Dear students, in this video we will prove one theorem based on the concept of convergence. The statement of the theorem says that every convergent sequence has a unique limit. That means if sequence converges, then the limit will be unique. This is the theorem. We will prove this theorem with contradiction. Let if possible, sequence an converges to two distinct real numbers L and L dash. Both are the limits, and since they are distinct, so obviously L is not equals to L dash. Fine. So both are the limits. Let us see graphically. Suppose one limit is L, another limit is L dash. Another limit is L dash. Here is suppose the domain. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on. Fine. So here we have two distinct limits. If L is the limit, then obviously we have a band here. If L dash is the limit, then again we are having a band here. And since we are having a band here and here, so obviously we need an epsilon, a radius of the. So let us suppose that, so we will divide this distance from L to L dash into three parts. One is associated with this, another one is this, and the third one is this. So better is to divide this distance into three equal parts. So here we have assumed that epsilon is L minus L dash by 3, magnitude of this L minus L dash by 3, because we don't know about the sign of L and L dash, maybe positive, maybe negative. So that's why, to consider all the possibilities, we have taken L minus L dash magnitude divided by 3. So obviously in that case epsilon will be positive. So here actually we have divided this distance into three parts. One is this, another one is this. That means this is epsilon. This is epsilon from here to here. This is also epsilon from here to here. And this is also epsilon. This should be epsilon. This should be same size. This should be same size here. So now we have now two limits. One is L, another one is L dash. So now since an converges to L, this limit, then obviously for a given epsilon, which is this, we can find out a number m1 such that an minus L is less than epsilon for all n greater than equals to m1. So graphically, suppose the limit is L. So here we have a band of radius epsilon, and after a certain number m1, all the terms will be laying here. Fine, this is according to this. So this is the statement. We can find out a number m1, and after this number m1, all the terms of the sequence, they will lie here. But L dash is also a limit, so an converges to L dash. That means again for the same epsilon we can find another number m2 such that this will happen. Now here m2 may be less than m1, may be greater than m1. So we don't know about m2. M2 may be less than m1 or greater than m1. For brevity, suppose m2 is greater than this number. M2 is here. Suppose. So again, after this number, all the terms they should lie here, which contradicts the fact, because according to the first one they are laying here, they should not be here, but according to L second limit they should lie here, so they will not lie here. So that's why they are contradicting to each other. So this is the fact. But suppose however L and L dash are both limits of the sequence, the term an must lie inside both strips, and this L minus epsilon to L plus epsilon. This is L minus epsilon, this is L plus epsilon, this is L minus epsilon, this is L plus. Similarly this will be L dash plus epsilon, and this one is the L dash minus. So according to this, however, since L and L dash both are the limits, so obviously a n of the term must lie inside both the strips, this and this. That means here and here, both these strips contains the terms of the sequences, both the strips. And this is impossible, this is impossible. Either they are laying here or here, they will not be laying in both these places, they will not be laying in both these strips. But still, suppose, if possible, suppose this is happening, then so we can find a number m which is maximum of m1 and m2. In our case, m is maximum of m1 and m2. In this case, obviously this is equals to m2 because this is the larger one. So then this m, this choice of m will satisfy this condition as well as this condition. So that's why an minus L is less than epsilon for all n greater than equals to m, because in that case all the terms, if m is here, this is our choice, so m1, all the terms they are which are greater than this number, they will laying here, so they should also satisfy this condition. That's why, so an minus L is less than epsilon for all n greater than equals to m. That means we are following equation number 2. And according to 3, an minus L dash is less than epsilon for all n greater than equals to m. Now find this distance L minus L dash, add and subtract an, so this is equals to this. Apply the triangle inequality, so we are getting this. But here an minus L is less than epsilon, an minus L dash is again less than epsilon, so that's why this is 2 epsilon, and this is valid for all n greater than equals to m. This is valid for all. So here we will have this picture which we have already shown in the graph. So L minus L dash is less than equals to twice of epsilon. But what is our epsilon? Our choice of epsilon is here, L minus L dash by 3. So substitute the value of epsilon, so we get this equation. L minus L dash is less than equal to this, and since L is not equals to this, so we are getting this, which is impossible, this is not valid for any real number. So that's why we are having a, so our assumption is wrong. That means L is not equals to L dash is wrong. That's why correct choice is that L is equals to L dash. So this is the theorem. This is the theorem which says that every convergence sequence has a unique limit. Thank you.